Welcome back to the bloody channel, you lot. Are you ready to ditch the dry burgers and flavorless salads? Today, we're firing up the barbie and taking vegetarian grilling to the next level. We're talking about food so good, so damn delicious, it'll make a vegetarian out of the biggest carnivore. Get ready to discover some mouth-watering dishes that will impress even the most dedicated meat lovers. Right, you lot, let's talk portobellos. These mushrooms are not just any mushrooms. They are the kings of the veggie BBQ world. If you haven't tried grilling them yet, you're in for a treat. These beauties are the workhorses of the veggie BBQ world. They are versatile, hearty, and can stand up to the heat of the grill without falling apart. Plus, they pair well with a variety of other vegetables. They're big, they're meaty, and they soak up flavor like a sponge. Imagine biting into a juicy, flavorful mushroom that has absorbed all the deliciousness of your marinade. It's a game changer for any BBQ. First things first, get those mushrooms cleaned up. You want to make sure there's no dirt or debris on them. A quick rinse under cold water and a gentle scrub with a brush should do the trick. We don't want any of that dirt messing with our marinade. Clean mushrooms will ensure that the flavors penetrate deeply and evenly. Now for the marinade, we're going for big, bold flavors. This is where you can get creative and really make these mushrooms shine. Olive oil, balsamic vinegar, garlic, rosemary, thyme, salt, pepper, don't be shy. You can also add a splash of soy sauce or a dash of hot sauce if you like a bit of heat. Give it a good drizzle, massage it into the mushrooms, and let them soak up all that goodness for at least 30 minutes. The longer they marinate, the more intense the flavor will be. Now fire up the grill. You want it nice and hot, so preheat it for about 10-15 minutes before you start cooking. We want those grates nice and hot to get a good sear on the mushrooms. A hot grill will give you those beautiful grill marks and help lock in the flavors. Place them capside down first, and don't you dare touch them for at least 5 minutes. This will help them develop a nice crust and prevent them from sticking to the grill. We want those beautiful grill marks, not some soggy mess. Resist the urge to move them around too much. Flip them over, give them another 5 to 7 minutes, and check for doneness. They should be tender, but still have a bit of bite to them. You want them tender, juicy, and slightly charred on the edges. This gives them a smoky flavor that's absolutely irresistible. Trust me, one bite of these bad boys and you won't even miss the meat. They're perfect on their own or as a part of a larger BBQ spread. Enjoy! Listen up, you Muppets. Today we're diving into the world of tofu, and I'm here to skewer the myth that tofu is bland and boring. If you think tofu is just a tasteless block of white mush, think again. We're about to transform it into a culinary masterpiece that will blow your taste buds away. Tofu gets a bad rap, but I'm here to tell you it's all in how you cook it. This versatile ingredient can be a flavor powerhouse if you know the right techniques. So let's get started on this tofu adventure. And on the BBQ, forget about it. We're talking flavor explosions. Imagine tofu cubes that are crispy on the outside, tender on the inside, and bursting with smoky, savory goodness. It's all about the preparation and the grill magic. First, we need to press the tofu to get rid of any excess water. This step is crucial because it helps the tofu absorb all the delicious flavors we're going to add later. Trust me, you don't want soggy tofu on your grill. Wrap it in a clean kitchen towel, put a heavy weight on top, and let it sit for at least 30 minutes. You can use a cast iron skillet, a stack of books, or anything heavy you have on hand. This will make a world of difference in the texture of your tofu. This will give us a firmer texture that won't crumble on the grill. A well-pressed tofu is like a blank canvas ready to soak up all the flavors you throw at it. Now let's move on to the fun part, the marinade. Now for the marinade, the possibilities are endless. You can go as simple or as complex as you like. The key is to use bold flavors that will penetrate the tofu and make it sing. You want spicy? Go for chili garlic sauce, soy sauce, ginger, and a touch of honey. This combination will give your tofu a sweet and spicy kick that's absolutely irresistible. Feeling adventurous? Try a peanut satay marinade with lime juice and coconut milk. This will give your tofu a rich, nutty flavor with a hint of tropical zest. It's like a mini vacation for your taste buds. Marinate those tofu cubes for at least an hour so they soak up all that flavor. The longer you marinate, the more intense the flavor will be. If you have the time, let it sit overnight in the fridge for maximum flavor infusion. Thread the tofu onto skewers and we're ready to grill. Skewering the tofu makes it easier to handle on the grill and ensures even cooking. Plus, it looks pretty cool, don't you think? Medium heat is key here, and don't overcrowd the grill. You want to give each skewer enough space to cook evenly and develop those beautiful grill marks. We want those skewers to cook evenly and get a nice char on all sides. This will add a smoky depth of flavor that takes the tofu to the next level. Rotate them every few minutes and cook until they're golden brown and slightly crispy on the outside. This should take about 10-15 minutes depending on your grill. These skewers are a flavor bomb waiting to explode. Each bite is a perfect balance of textures and flavors that will make you forget all about those bland tofu myths. Serve them with a side of peanut sauce, a sprinkle of sesame seeds, and watch them disappear faster than you can say delicious. Your friends and family will be begging for more, and you'll be the tofu grilling champion. So go ahead, skewer the myth that tofu is bland, and enjoy the flavor explosion. You lot, sometimes the simplest things in life are the most delicious. It's often the case that we overlook the beauty in simplicity, especially when it comes to food. But today, we're going to celebrate the humble corn on the cob, a staple that brings joy to many with its sweet, juicy kernels and versatility. Take corn on the cob, for example. This golden delight is not just a side dish, it's a star in its own right. Whether you're at a summer barbecue or a cozy family dinner, corn on the cob can elevate the meal with its natural sweetness and satisfying crunch. Grilled to perfection, slathered with herb butter, it's a bloody revelation. The grilling process caramelizes the sugars in the corn, giving it a slightly smoky flavor that pairs beautifully with the creamy, aromatic herb butter. First, shuck the corn and remove the silks. This step is crucial to ensure that your corn is clean and ready for the grill. The silks can be a bit of a nuisance, but with a little patience, you'll have them all removed in no time. Then soak the cobs in cold water for about 10 minutes. This soaking process helps to keep the corn moist while it grills, preventing it from drying out and ensuring that each bite is juicy and tender. This will help them steam from the inside out while they're grilling. The water trapped inside the husks turns to steam, cooking the corn evenly and enhancing its natural sweetness. While the corn is soaking, let's make the herb butter. This is where you can get creative and add your personal touch. The combination of fresh herbs and butter is what makes this dish truly special. Soften some butter, then mix in chopped fresh herbs like parsley, which adds a nice earthy flavor, chives, which bring a mild onion-like taste, and basil, which adds a sweet aromatic touch. Add a pinch of salt to enhance all the flavors, a crack of black pepper for a bit of heat and complexity, and maybe a squeeze of lemon juice for a touch of brightness. The acidity of the lemon cuts through the richness of the butter, balancing the flavors perfectly. Now, for the grilling, medium-high heat is what we're after. This temperature is ideal for getting those beautiful grill marks and ensuring the corn cooks evenly. Grill the corn, rotating every few minutes until the kernels are tender and slightly charred. The charring adds a wonderful depth of flavor, giving the corn a slightly smoky, almost nutty taste. This should take about 8 to 10 minutes. Keep an eye on it, as grilling times can vary depending on the size of the cobs and the heat of your grill. Once the corn is grilled, slather it with that glorious herb butter, making sure to coat every kernel. The heat from the corn will melt the butter, allowing it to seep into every crevice, and get ready for a taste sensation. The combination of the sweet, juicy corn and the rich, flavorful herb butter is simply irresistible. The sweetness of the corn, which is enhanced by the grilling process, the smokiness from the grill, which adds a layer of complexity, the freshness of the herbs, it's a symphony of flavors in your mouth. Each bite is a delightful mix of textures and tastes, making this simple dish a true culinary delight. Listen up, you lot. Forget those dry, flavorless veggie burgers you buy at the supermarket. We're making our own from scratch, and they're going to be epic. First, gather your ingredients. We're talking black beans, quinoa, chopped vegetables like carrots and zucchini, breadcrumbs for binding, and a blend of spices to really make those flavors sing. Now pulse everything together in a food processor until it's well combined, but still has some texture. We don't want baby food, do we? Form the mixture into patties and don't be afraid to make them nice and thick. Heat some oil on the grill, then carefully place those patties on the hot grates. Cook them for about 5 to 7 minutes per side, or until they're golden brown and heated through. These veggie burgers are a revelation. They're hearty, flavorful, and hold hold their own on the grill. Serve them on toasted buns with all your favorite toppings and get ready for a burger experience that will blow your mind. All right, you lot, we've had our savory. Now it's time for something sweet. And what's sweeter and more satisfying than grilled pineapple? It's the perfect ending to our vegetarian BBQ feast. Choose a ripe pineapple and slice it into thick rounds. We want them to hold their shape on the grill. You can leave the skin on for a more rustic look, or remove it if you prefer. Now preheat your grill to medium heat. We don't want to burn these beauties. Grill the pineapple slices for about 2 to 3 minutes per side, or until they're heated through and have those gorgeous grill marks. The heat caramelizes the natural sugars in the pineapple, giving it an incredible smoky sweetness. You can serve it as is, or sprinkle it with cinnamon, drizzle it with honey, or even top it with a dollop of vegan ice cream for a truly decadent dessert. Well, there you have it, you lot. A vegetarian BBQ feast that's bursting with flavor and will impress even the most die-hard carnivores. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more delicious recipes. Let us know in the comments which recipe you're excited to try at your next BBQ. Until next time, keep those grills fired up and those taste buds satisfied.